You deserve the ability to feel confident that the water you are drinking is not only refreshing, but the first line of defense for health and well-being. Wouldn't it be great to have a home water filtration system that was under the sink, virtually maintenance-free, and gave you the option of reverse osmosis purified water, alkaline mineral water, or the opportunity to blend these waters from one faucet? Introducing the redesigned Aqua 9 Plus home water system. It's the first of its kind, dual-handle faucet, tankless system that dispenses both pure reverse osmosis drinking water and alkaline drinking water. Unlike traditional home water ionizing systems currently on the market, the Aqua 9 Plus home system delivers pure ionic mineral alkaline drinking water naturally without the use of electricity. Its FDA-approved 8-step filtration process ensures the water is purified and safe from toxic impurities such as chlorine and fluoride, as well as heavy metals before going through our proprietary restructuring process. The Aqua 9 Plus home system's proprietary bioavailable alkaline infusing system restructures the water by adding essential ionic minerals, which results in one of the world's only all-natural ionic mineral alkaline drinking water home systems with a stable 9 to 10 pH. Assembled in the USA, the Aqua 9 Plus high-performance home system is supported with a 1-year warranty. Its premium, long-lasting, easy-to-change, quick-connect filters means you will change filters less often than other water filtration systems. Experience convenience, promote health, and enjoy a great smooth taste right at your fingertips, 365 days a year and at only a fraction of the cost of bottled water. Aqua 9 Plus cares about your health and the health of your family. Now that I have shared with you some of the features and benefits of our new Aqua 9 Plus home system, we now need to install it. The home system fits under a standard kitchen sink. Installation is fairly quick and simple. However, first we need to gather the correct tools. We will need the following tools. We will need a Phillips screwdriver. We will also need a small crescent wrench, as well as a corded or cordless electric drill, along with a 1/4-inch drill bit. And lastly, you will also need some Teflon tape. Next, we want to identify the parts of your home system. First, to my left, we have the filtration housing, which is also our main unit, wherein is installed 6 filters. Second, we have the dual-handle home system faucet and its associated faucet hardware. After that, we have the power cord and adapter, which runs the pump inside the main unit. Then next, we have a 3-way water line splitter. We have one that is 3/8 inch size and another one that's 1/2 inch size, depending on the size of your flex hose underneath your sink. Then we also have the drain clamp assembly hardware. We also have 1/4-inch tubing, 3 different colors, red for drain, blue for alkaline, and white for RO reverse osmosis water. And lastly, we have our 3/8-inch tubing for the main water line. We are ready now to begin the installation. First step, you're going to want to find the cold water source underneath your kitchen sink. Once you find it, turn the water valve to the off position. I have a water valve here, so it's going to look similar to this. Once in the off position, remove the attached flex hose. So you're going to have a flex hose that's going to be attached to this main water valve. And just detach it, okay? Once detached, and depending on the size of your flex hose, you will then either take a 3/8 inch or a 1/2 inch 3-way water line splitter and install it into the water valve. Now, since we have a 1/2 inch water valve here, I'm going to take the 1/2 inch splitter, and since this has a rubber gasket already connected to it, which seals in the water from leaking out, just go ahead and give it a snug fit. You might want to take a crescent wrench and make sure it's snugly fit in there, not too tight. Okay, and so it's going to look something like this. And then what you're going to do after that, you're going to screw in the ball valve. This is the ball valve. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put some Teflon tape on this ball valve before screwing it in, which keeps the water from leaking out. And I'll just do that quickly here to show you how that's done. So you want to do it clockwise. You want to go ahead and do a few turns around the threads like so, real tight, and then just pull it so it tears off, and just make sure that the Teflon is secure on there. Okay, and make sure this valve is in the off position, like so. Well, to actually put it on, you might have to leave it on the on position first, and then screw it on to the splitter, and then just, you can do it by hand. You don't need a tool for this one. Just make it snug enough so it doesn't move any further. And then, just turn off the valve. Here, let me turn a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so similar to this kind of configuration. Next, what you'll want to do is take the flex hose that you just detached earlier, and since this has a rubber gasket inside here, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fit that onto the splitter like so, the 1/2-inch splitter. Okay, you're going to give it a few turns with your hand, take the crescent wrench and go ahead and tighten it. Not too tight, but enough so that it's snugly fitting in there, like so. So you got this kind of assembly look now underneath your sink. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take our water hose. It's a 3/8-inch flex hose. And what we have here is a compression nut. We're going to go ahead and fit that compression nut along the inside, or over the hose like so, with the female threading facing outward. Okay, because what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and push the white flex hose onto the coupling here to that's part of the ball valve assembly here. And you're going to push as hard as you can so it fits in there. You need quite a bit of force, but you're going to push it in there so that it fits up against the threads of the ball valve. And then you take this compression nut and then you screw it on so that it holds the flex tubing to the ball valve. Just go ahead and tighten it with your hand, and then take the crescent wrench, and give it a few more extra turns. Not too tight, but enough so that it fits snugly in there. And then give it a pull and just make sure it's in there so it doesn't come out. And then that's what you have for this part of the assembly. And then this part of the the other end, I should say, of the white flex hose or tubing goes into the inlet port on the back of the main water unit here. What you have here, you have these inserts that need to be taken out first. These inserts are in there just to keep debris or anything from entering in. So what you want to do is you want to hold down these sleeves and pull out these inserts like so. Just pull them out, each one of them. You can do it by your hand or with your hand. And then you take your other end of this 3/8-inch tube and you plug it into the inlet port just push it in and make sure it's a snug fit, and you can tug on it and make sure it is. And then now you got your water line connected to the main home system unit. Second step, you're going to find your plastic drain pipe that connects from the drain underneath the kitchen sink to the garbage disposal. You will drill a 1/4-inch hole using a cordless or corded electric drill into one side of that drain pipe. Now I have a 1.5-inch drain pipe here. That's what the size of those drain pipes are underneath the kitchen sink. So I'm already showing a 1/4-inch hole that I drilled earlier just to kind of demonstrate to you that this is how you do it. Now what you want to do too, you want to drill that hole above the P-trap, which is the U-shaped bend in the drain pipe. And be careful not to drill all the way through the drain pipe, but only through one side. Now before mounting the drain clamp to the drain pipe, you take the gasket that's a part of the drain adapter assembly hardware. One side has an adhesive, and what you want to do is mount that inside the drain clamp like so. Then mount that drain clamp over the drain pipe, making sure that you align the hole that was drilled with the hole of the drain clamp. And then what you want to do is then secure it with the bolts and nuts that it comes with. So let me show you real quick here. So I'm going to go ahead and align that hole. And what you can do is you can take the drill, and let me do that real quick. I'm going to take this drill, and what's easy is that to make sure that the hole in the drain clamp aligns with the hole in the drain pipe, you take that 1/4-inch drill bit and you just go ahead and push it through there and make sure it's aligned in that position. And then take the other side of the drain clamp, hold it secure. Now, of course, you don't have to hold the drain pipe. I'm just holding it for demonstration purposes because you're going to be working with a stationary drain pipe. Go ahead and take the bolt, each bolt, and slide it through the slots like so. And let's do it one at a time. Take the nut and go ahead and screw it on the bolt. Okay, make sure you get this. Okay, got one side here. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Get this here. Okay, so, and then what you're going to do is take the Phillips screwdriver and tighten down the drain clamp assembly unit here to the drain pipe, making sure it's securely snug and fit, okay? All right, don't tighten it too much because, plastic can crack. I'll go ahead and keep doing this a little bit more. Make sure it snugly fit there. And voila, there you go. Remove the drill bit. And then what you want to do after that, you take the 1/4-inch red tubing, which is your drain line, and you make sure that it's plugged in or pushed in to the drain clamp assembly like so. Just make sure you push it in and just make sure it doesn't come loose. Just give it a nice tug and that it's securely fastened in there. And you take the other side of the drain line and you plug it into the drain port on the back of the main filtration unit like so. Now you're ready to go with the drain line. Now the next step is to install the faucet. You have a dual-handled faucet which can dispense both the reverse osmosis water and the alkaline water. Normally what you have at your kitchen sink deck are extra holes, either to the right or to the left of your main kitchen faucet. If you do, you will install the home system faucet into that existing empty hole. Now, if you don't have a hole, you'll need to drill a 1.5-inch hole through your sink deck in order to mount the home faucet system, or I should say the home faucet, through that hole. Now, before you place the threaded ends through the top of that hole, part of the faucet assembly hardware, you have what's called a bevel cover. So you want to slide that over the threaded portion of the faucet, like so, as I'm showing it to you here. Then you have a rubber gasket, and you want to slide that over the threaded portion, and make sure you butt it up against the bottom of the faucet like this. And then once you've got those two parts in place, you want to place the threads through the hole, and this is just a makeshift little plastic thing that I'm using as a mock-up for a sink deck. So you place the threads through the hole like so, and now you have the gasket and the bevel cover piece sitting flat on the kitchen sink deck. Now I'm going to be working, of course, underneath the sink to do the rest of this install, but I'm showing you for demonstration purposes only how this is going to work. So what you want to do next is you take this washer, which is also part of the faucet assembly hardware, and you slide that over the threads, and then there's the nuts, and then you secure that washer, or you secure the faucet, I should say, to the sink deck by screwing those on, and you can do it by hand until they sit flush with the bottom of the sink deck. Okay, we're gonna get that going here. Okay, and then you take your small crescent wrench and make sure that they're snugly, they're tight enough so that the faucet fits snugly against the sink deck. Okay, not too tight. So there you go. So once you got that faucet mounted onto the sink deck, what you need to do is install both the reverse osmosis line, the 1/4-inch white line, as well as the 1/4-inch blue line for the alkaline side of the faucet. For demonstration purposes only, I'm going to go ahead and just do the white one because it's going to be the same for the blue one. So what you need to do first is you take what comes with this whole kit. You take the compression nut and you slide it over the tube, the end of the tube like so, with the female threads sticking outward. And then there's this plastic compression sleeve that slides over that after that. And you just slide it a little bit over so a little bit of the top of the tube is showing. And then there's the plastic insert that you want to push into the tube like so, and you want to push it pretty hard because you need a little bit of force to push it in there. So you push as much as you can. It's not going to necessarily sit flush, but just push it in as far as you can. Okay, and then you take that piece, and now, just to let you know, on this side of the faucet, you sew a silver round bevel here. That's the RO side. Now the gold side is the alkaline side, okay? So the RO side, since I have the RO tube here, you want to go ahead and install it into that side of the faucet. And you want to take that compression nut and go ahead and tighten it with your hand first, and then take your crescent wrench and make sure it's securely snug on there so it doesn't come loose. You don't want to, again, over tighten anything. Whenever you're assembling these type of units, you don't want to over tighten anything, just enough so it's snug, and then just go ahead and pull on the line, make sure it doesn't come out. Okay, now you take the other end of the 1/4-inch tube and then you plug that into the back of the home system or the main system into this one is wide, of course, for the RO, and you plug it into the RO port. Just push it in there, make sure it's connected and secure. And you'll do the same thing with the blue line and get that connected as well. So now you have the RO line and the blue alkaline line connected from the faucet to the main unit. Now that everything has been assembled, the next step is to turn on both the cold water source valve and the ball valve to the on position. Now, the ball valve, as you can see here, has a valve that's perpendicular in the closed position. So all you do is turn it 90 degrees to the right, and so that it's parallel to the white 3/8 inch water line. And of course, then you want to turn on your water line, your main water line at the main valve here. Now, once you've done that, if there are no leaks, you take the power cord and adapter and plug that into the electrical outlet. Okay, that electrical outlet is normally mounted on the back wall inside the kitchen sink cabinet. However, if you already have, let's say, the garbage disposal and the dishwasher plugged into that outlet, you'll need to insert a multi-plug adapter into the existing outlet in order to plug in the power cord. Okay? Now the other end of the power cord plugs directly into the back of the main unit, like so. Now wait. Now what's going to happen is the pump's going to come on. We'll begin pumping water from the main line into the main unit. Now wait until the pump stops, which will take about 3 to 5 minutes. Then what you want to do after the pump stops, open each faucet handles, okay? Now they're in the closed position now, so what you want to do is open each one, okay, one at a time for a few minutes per faucet handle. And then when there's no more water coming out, close one and open the other. And that what that will do is flush out all the lines by removing any particles or dirt or debris they may have gotten inside the lines during assembly. Now, easy to maintain, we recommend changing all filters and cartridges once every year. Now, to change the filters and cartridges, what you need to do is first turn off the cold water valve underneath your sink and also unplug the unit from the power cord. Now, also what you want to do, flush out the water from the system by opening up both faucets and making sure all the water drains out of the unit. And once the water drains out and it comes to a trickle, you can close them back up. Next, slide the door panels. Now, 2 door panels on each side of the main unit. So I'll just demonstrate one side. So what you'll do is you'll slide the door panels open like so. Just take your hand and slide them open. It should be like this, and it'll come right out. Sometimes it gets a little, yeah. Okay, put the panel, lay it down. Okay, and you have 3 cartridges on one side, and you'll have 3 on the other. The way you remove the cartridges is that you pull them out and then lift up each filter about 30 degrees like so, and then rotate them counterclockwise to remove them. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate counterclockwise, and they come right out. So it's a quick disconnect removal process. And you'll take the new one, and you'll go ahead and install the new filter in the same position. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Push that in there. Let's see. It'll fit right in there. And you turn it clockwise to make it secure and snug, and then you push it back into those clamps so those clamps hold it into place. Once you have all the filters changed out, you'll take the door panel and put the door panel back into its original position. There's some clamps here on the back, and there's some slots in or on the main unit itself. So go ahead and clamp the top on first, and then the bottom ones will automatically clamp on. And then you'll just slide it into into place like so, and it closes up. Now, once you've done that, once you've changed it to all the filters, if you did install the optional alkaline cartridge and carbon filter assembly, you're going to want to go ahead and change those as well. Once you've changed all the filters, lastly, go ahead and turn on the cold water valve, plug back in the unit with the power cord and adapter, and then what's recommended, highly recommended, is go ahead and turn on both faucets one at a time to flush out the lines for a few minutes to remove any particles of dirt or debris they might have gotten inside the lines during filter replacement. This concludes the overview as well as the installation and annual filter replacement instructions of the Aqua 9 Plus dual handle faucet tankless alkaline drinking water home system. This home system will serve you for many years to come. Now, to find out more information about our Aqua 9 Plus home system or to place an order, please visit us at aqua9plus.com. We would also surely appreciate it if you would like us on Facebook. Aqua 9 Plus, drink it and feel the difference.